2015. Coincidentally, that was the 125th birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and from that year we are celebrating November 26th as Law Day, Constitution Day. If not, we will term it as Samvidhan Divas. I absolutely have understanding about the audiences here. Few are from law, many are from other disciplines. But we are all governed by the same constitution. So this is the right time where we can really think about our constitution, and being educated and studied constitution at some point of time, maybe in your schooling, if not in your colleges, if not as an optional paper for the engineering. Now when we talk about constitution, we are all assembled here not to know that there is constitution in our country and we are governed under the particular constitution. Every year we do celebrate to dedicate ourselves to the norms or the way of life that has been given under our constitution to keep our country a safe place. Despite the fact that there are fundamental rights, fundamental duties, directive principles of state policy, and also we know about the federalism, separation of powers, and many other. Above all, there is rule of law that has been guaranteed under our constitution by terming it under different articles. The very purpose of this particular assembly here is not only to know about our constitution, but also to have a proper understanding about the challenges that have been posed towards our constitution and what is actually making a challenge to keep up the spirit of our constitution. This is our 75th Constitution Day. Lot many technological revolutions have been seen by our constitution, and that has been handled very well. My specific topic today, what I have chosen to speak with you, to interact with you, is constitutional democracy in the age of artificial intelligence. We all know something about artificial intelligence, and we all, being youth, I am including myself into the youth. Being youth, you people very well understand the advantages of AI. How many of you are using ChatGPT? Raise your hand. Oh my, so many. Nice. What are the other alternate AI tools that is available as an alternate to ChatGPT? Okay, and all? And only 2-3 are coming up. Rest of the things we don't know. Just make a guess. How many more AI tools are available as an alternate to ChatGPT? How many are available? Keep guessing. Whether it is in hundreds in number, tens, thousands, lakhs, infinity. Yes, it is. When we talk about AI, that's the power of AI. What is AI in simple? Let us just discuss in simple. Let us not get into the technicalities. What is AI? Definition of AI? It is a machine. Okay, it also will manage big data. Machine learning is there, ML, IOB, IoT. Don't get into it. When we talk about AI in simple, it's a machine which will think like a human. Simple. Whether AI is a substitute for human, that's the point to discuss. Clear? Now, since this is Constitution Day, we are discussing about the constitutional democracy in the age of AI. We also need to know what kind of threats or challenges that AI is posing. We enjoy Siri. We order to Siri to change the name, change the song, yeah, to play happy birthday to our friends many others. When we talk about Tesla, as rightly pointed out by Cyril sir, the accountability is the main point what we need to discuss. Who is responsible? Before that, when we talk about constitutional democracy, we define AI in simple words. We also need to know what is constitutional democracy. What should be there in the constitutional democracy? The constitutional democracy in simple, when we talk about it, it should have rule of law. Whether individual rights are part of constitutional democracy or not? Yes, it is. Are we all very safe? Leading a private life is the fundamental question that will arise immediately. Whether your data is safe, unless and until you give your mail ID, others will not know. Tell me, I am here, you want to browse, you want to get my data, you can get it. Yes or no? Our data has been sold. Agreed? Raise your hands, how many of you are agreeing to it? Those who did not raise the hand, you need to give explanation. Now many hands. Yeah. Now when we talk about it, that is all something related to AI. Our data has been taken and they are terming it as big data. What for the data? To analyze. What for the analysis? For the welfare of the citizens. Then what for? For commercialization. Yes or no? All our data has been sold. Wherever we live on globe, not only in India, not only in Pondicherry or in Chennai. Right? Now, when we talk about big data, when it has been sold, and the company who is purchasing your data is showing their jeans pant, if not your choice of mobile, how did they know like you like which mobile? How did they understand like what is your choice? Underline quotation, choice. Who is doing it? Who is making it? Artificial intelligence is making it. If you are staring at an ad, staring at a saree, staring at a piece of cosmetic, next day when you are in a meeting, again they will show, purchase it. Yes or no? Yes. All of us experienced it. And my immediate question is, how many of you are aware, like your phone is listening to you? How many agree to it? Yeah? Oh, this many. We experienced it, right? When we talk something today, you just think about going to Kashmir for a vacation. I'm talking about thinking, not talk. Then also you are getting Kashmir related information, where you can stay, which is the cheapest hotel, right? How things are happening now. That is where the threat started. When you speak, I listen, no problem. When you think, then also I could observe. It's a threat, right? Right? Yes. So we don't know where this AI will take us. Whether this is going to end with the data what we are giving by accepting the terms. You want to get into your website, you have to click I agree. Yes? How many people are reading it? Are we able to read it? How are we able to read it? No. No? Why no? Why? Because lack of time? No, they will not show. You want to read it because if you read the entire document, you will never agree. Correct? Each time the youth are pressing I agree, your data is compromised. If it is happening at an individual level, that is something understandable. Even when I don't press the button I agree, my data has been shared. Not only to the companies, not only to the commercial purpose, but also my safety is compromised. National security can also be compromised. Yes or no? When my data can be taken, country's data also can be taken. We talk about hacking earlier. My Ph.D. is in information technology. My specific Ph.D. is on hacking. I met ethical hackers. But now the scenario, if I compare, this is going beyond. Individualization is different. Now the thing is like machine is listening to you. Machine is the decision maker. If it is a decision maker for a particular company, no problem. That is their thing. It is the decision maker for the country. The governance is happening basing upon the data given by AI. AI is suggesting what kind of decision can be taken on behalf of the citizens to the government bodies. Now start the thing. There is a threat of bias. There is always a threat of non-ethical behavior of the machines, and also there is a threat to individual rights. When we are trying to compromise for one reason or the other, because AI has become the way of life for us today, unless there is AI, no life at all. Now if AI is making out the decisions for the citizens of this country, then our democracy is compromised. We are electing our representatives. They are having the human understanding about each and every aspect of our country. They are the people who will legislate, and basing upon the legislations, judiciary will act and respond. Now the scenario is right from legislation, right from executive, and also including judiciary, everywhere AI's interference, rather acceptance, is going and touching the sky. Fine, fantastic. There are positive side, or there is positive side of AI. We all understand how difficult it is to make decisions after analyzing the big data. Is it possible humanly? Yes, it is, but lot of resources we need. Lot much of money will go into it, for which we are not ready. When everything is happening just like this, why should we invest money? If the decisions have been taken and stopped at that particular level, it is fantastic. The negative side of the AI is, it's like a monster. When it is getting into our lives, when it is disturbing and causing damage to our individual rights, what is the purpose of having a democracy? What is the very essence of having and ruled under a particular constitution? Our constitution is the document, the law of the land for protecting us, for safeguarding us. Now, all the three important organs under separation of powers, probably you might have read, there is legislature, executive and judiciary. When there is possibility of bias, no AI as of now will confirm the data analyzed by the AI is correct, right? What your ChatGPT will suggest, just for general understanding I'm telling, you have to check the veracity, the credibility of the data. Basing upon the data that has been analyzed by the artificial intelligence, the decisions have been taken by all the three important organs of our constitution. Under those circumstances, what is the reliability or what is the credibility of those decisions is the fundamental question. Simple fact, AI cannot recognize the faces of the people with dark complexion. There was research. When a person has not been identified, but the decisions that have been taken by that particular AI will be implemented, will be imposed. Correct? So, when we talk about it, you also can have a try with the AI. You know, in Facebook, all of you are having Facebook account? Yes? Yes or no? You have Facebook account?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? In your Facebook, you will tag it. Tag the names of your friends, your family members. Today you give a try. You give give a try. All 10 boys who are standing or who stood and took a photo with the same kind of very well accepted the beard style, and ask AI to identify it. You put your friend's name one after the other. That itself will show the fifth friend name, but wrongly, not correctly, but in a wrong way. It will get confused. I am not trying to tell like AI should not be there. AI must be there. But where is the regulation? Where is the regulation? If something goes wrong, as rightly pointed out by Dr. Dilshad, if somebody is traveling in a Tesla, there was accident. On whom the case need to be filed? On Tesla company? Will Elon Musk will take up the responsibility? No. On whom then? Come on. Person who is driving.
No.
I am telling Tesla Karma. When there is no driver.
Owner of the vehicle.
Sorry,
Owner of the vehicle.
owner of the vehicle. Okay, fantastic. If you are the owner of the vehicle, but
That applies to me also.
if you are the owner of the vehicle, then answer will be like,
I will have an insurance.
that is different. Point is like on whom. We are talking about the responsibility and accountability. Clear? So it is a small example, but very straight hit example. Now when we talk about the decisions that have been made by our own parliamentarians, basing upon the big data analysis that has been made by AI, on whom the complaint need to be raised. Very conveniently, the government agencies will be outsourcing the people who are helping them in the form of AI or big data analysis, correct? Then who is responsible? On whom the accountability lies? Whether it is on the parliament, on an individual, or on the machine, or on the programmer. Machine does not mean like machine has been just fallen from sky or heaven, right? That has been manufactured, right? That has been programmed, right? So on whom the responsibility lies? No answer. Whether there is a proper legislation that is available? No. Clear no. Answer is very clearly no. Now when we talk about law that need to be made in the parliament, has been made basing upon the data that has been given by AI, and the legislation need to be questioned. On whom it need to be questioned? We are all citizens. Okay. When you are traveling on a road, there is traffic rule, right? Yes or no? Must be there. Whether it should be there? Traffic rules must be there.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Speed limit?
Yes, ma'am.
Capping must be there. One big advanced vehicle with all great qualities has been sold in India, which will start with 500 kilometers speed. In 1 second, you people will talk now, in 2 seconds it will get into 120 kilometers. What is that we will do with it? Our roads are not that good, right? Now when we talk about this, such kind of vehicles, unregulated, speed wise you start Pannala, it will go to 500 kilometers. Allowed in India?
No.
In Pondicherry, Chennai,
No, no.
Maharashtra, West Bengal, nowhere. Nowhere.
Even though India is not allowed for that.
Even we allow also, you cannot go. Our roads are that great. Okay. Now the point is, and later, yeah. When we talk about this kind of thing, it is very high in capacity, very technologically advanced, but unregulated. Acceptable? Not acceptable. Why? Why it is not acceptable? The same thing with AI. It is having its a positive side. It is having lot of credibility, lot of advantages. You don't need to write the paper. It will write for you in 1 minute, 1 second. Okay, you will get the information. You will submit your assignments. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. But it has reached to a particular point where it is making decisions on our behalf. Whatever decisions that have been taken by the AI has been implemented, incorporated, accepted at higher level. What is that higher level? Not capacity wise. They are able to regulate us. Whatever legislations that are being given, whatever decision that is coming up, all these things are on us. Correct? We have been regulated with that. So when we are a party to a particular thing and we suffer, then only we will realize what is this. When we are generally talking about the advantages, we will take the advantages of AI, but it needs to be regulated. Nevertheless, in India, Niti Aayog has given a set of rules, like it should be regulated, because we talk more on ethical AI. Ethical AI, correct? If you talk to a movie producer, you go and tell why your movie is not with a message to youth. Why are you producing this kind of movie? What will be he say? Will he accept? What will he say? He will definitely say, I am doing it for business purpose. Whatever you people accept, what youth like, that alone I'll really produce. This is not a charity. Likewise, when we talk about AI, there are very, very less number of tech giants. Tech giants. Very less number. Less than 10. Everything is concentrated in their hands. And what is the jurisdiction of AI? Whether AI is only applicable to a particular territory? No. Much of our data is available in China. Most part of the AI, very advanced, has been regulated by China. Very soon, we will experience the negative side of AI. Then only we will start speaking about a particular thing. Till the time, it really get affect us. We appreciate when AI has been used during COVID time, when network has been built, when safety mechanism has been executed by the country. We appreciate. But the point is, there is grey areas that has been posed by AI that cannot be ignored, that cannot be very, very neglectedly seen at this point of time. Every other mechanism globally accept the negative side of AI. Just listen to Elon Musk. He will tell about AI. He is the person, he is also one of the tech giants, right? So when we talk about AI, when AI is deciding the factors, these days probably you might have seen, like we are getting images of all the people who are imagined to be in our epics. Who claim the copyright over it? No, nobody. Anything can be done by AI. It has been circulated to us. You did not ask. Have you ever asked the Facebook to show all those stuff? Are you searching for that? No. But you have been regulated. Your behavior, your understanding, your thinking, and what you are going to think in the near future, that also can be estimated by AI basing on our online behavior. So now, all said and done, the things are boiling down to a very particular fact that AI is not made for making people comfortable. AI has been made with a profit motive, and it is concentrated in the hands of tech giants. Why should they be thinking about the welfare of the people? They are into the market with a profit purpose, right? Their target is to get the profit. The threat is when AI systems have been included, accepted and cultivated into our system, and very, very specifically when our democratic values, where our right to privacy has been compromised, when our thought process was controlled or influenced. Have you seen, like in the social media, you'll have a big war of all these politicians, right? And your choice has been regulated by showing the same thing again and again, the good aspects of it, that everybody observed during the general elections in our country, and also like The identification has been made, acceptance has been made, the regulation has not been made. That need to happen as soon as possible. Why it is not happening? Because we are trying to make out the patchwork. Existing legislations, to which extent it is applicable. We are trying to make it. But the speed and the pace AI is making up is going much higher beyond our imagination. If you make two photos in a particular frame, AI will give you a smart picture of both of them hugging together. Whether it will create some sort of issues in our families and lives, yes or no? Yes, that is the negative side or positive side? Privately positive, right? So now, when we talk about, this is only a small example to make youth understand the threats that are being involved in execution of AI. So leaving behind this, when we talk about our constitutional values, our democracy, we talk about our human rights, okay? If somebody, your mom is telling, why are you doing it, why are you sleeping 12 o'clock, you are not liking it. Definitely no. You want to tell that this is my privacy. This is my right. I know when to sleep, when to get up, what to do. Sorry Baba, AI is regulating you. It's not you, but AI is making you to watch again and again in many other things. Yes or no? Are we all not under the influence of AI? Yes or no? Yes? Yes? So try to remember, your phone is listening to you. Where to keep your phone while sleeping? Where you have to keep? Next to you? Everybody will keep on charge, right? Very next to right side or left side of your face. Don't do it. Kindly don't do it. Now when we talk about the artificial intelligence, the impact of artificial intelligence is very high in the individual life. Right to privacy has been compromised. Whether right to privacy is a fundamental right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Law students? In which case it has been decided? In the Pudduswamy case, it has been clearly told right to privacy is a fundamental right. Each one of us, every individual, every citizen of this country, the great republic, we have right to privacy. But where is privacy? No privacy. Nothing. All of our data has been sold. Again, I am restating the statement. I can prove it. You also can experience it. Now, when we talk about the right to privacy, the individual rights and the decisions that have been made at governance level, when there is a threat, it is the responsibility of our leaders, it is the responsibility of our legislatures to think about it, to make a regulation. Instead of making you and asking, we implement the ethical AI, make the programs within that frame. Things are not happening that way. And the advancement and the thinking power of AI is far more, far superior, much more better than the human being. Why we made the AI? To think like a human being. Correct? At the end of the day, when we talk about the constitution, the legislature will be making out the legislations, and it always needs a human touch. Human understanding about the thing. When human understanding is vanished and may be replaced, if not, with the aid of the machine understanding, machine learning, things will definitely turn negative, and it is happening. And most part of my presentation was basing upon the bias, how it is happening, and many of the times there is no accountability. There is no responsibility. Rather, when in the absence of responsibility and accountability, things will be far more worse than our imagination. We are not able to imagine what kind of negative aspects will come up. Correct? When we are making accounts, 1 0 is missing, what will happen? Answer will be correct? Definitely no. Many a times we will lose so much money with 1 0. It is 0 only. Correct? Now, when we talk about the data that has been analyzed by AI and basing upon that the legislations have been made, the judicial decisions have been made, and of course the executive is working on the available data from the outsourcing agencies, that data has been analyzed and the big data outcome has been used to arrive at a decision. How will you come to a conclusion? How will you make a decision? Definitely basing upon the big data analysis that has been made by artificial intelligence in our country. So this is posing a big threat. So on this day, on Samvidhan Divas, I request all you participants here to make your research in the field of artificial intelligence and come up with some sort of recommendations to Government of India where the artificial intelligence will be regulated properly. And you need to identify the areas like where exactly the democratic values or the constitutional democracy is compromised. And this compromising will lead to what kind of disaster in near future. Definitely, this particular presentation is not against AI, it is against the negative aspects of AI. AI is essential, we cannot run away from that. Neither we can take out from our life is like it will not happen. It need not be, because the way the technology has transformed India, the technology is transforming our life for the benefit and welfare of the individuals is appreciable, acceptable, but we should be ready when negative aspects are coming up, when there are ethical concerns, and also when something very big negative is going to happen, we need to make it. One such state is with regard to unemployment. AI is everywhere. Doctors will be substituted, advocates will be substituted, judges will also be substituted, and it is a recent news like in a particular country, I don't want to give the name of the country, I want you to do research, start research with that. Since so long, the AI is reading the news as news presenter. Since months, madam. Since months. Nobody identified. The company who is delivering the news, they made AI to deliver, and we know how Sophia will talk. Yeah? Who is Sophia? Don't tell me something else, okay? Sophia is AI. It talks. It thinks and talks. It will think and tell you answer. It's not like just like that whatever fed that has been delivered. That will acquire its mind. That means human-like thinking has been developed and it is absolutely gaining lot of momentum, and we these days prefer to ask anything and everything, either it is correct or incorrect with AI. Yeah? By leaving behind elders, teachers, we don't need anybody. We need only AI. Right? Whether your exams will be written by AI? Yes. As of now, what is the status? Whether all of you are writing your exams? By reading what? By reading the material given by AI. Okay, whether it is right or wrong, have you inspected?
Yes.
No time. We will take it. We will accept it. The same thing is happening at higher level. They are accepting the data that has been made by AI because no time, no money. Clear? Any bias, later we will see. Imagine your revenue record. Your revenue record has been created by AI where your name was not there. Your property was reflected on somebody else's name. Will you appreciate AI? No. No? Why? You experienced the damage. Damage is on our way. It is coming. I am not threatening. I am not creating fear. It's the fact. Unless and until there is regulation, there is legislation in its place where everything will be covered, controlled. Now you can get into job market. Your job market is filled with replacement by whom? All of us are replaceable, right? Yes or no? Agreed? All of us are replaceable. Who is replacing us? AI is replacing us, unfortunately. Okay. Can you compete with AI? Can you compete with AI? Definitely no. It is far ahead. Only thing is, we should not leave it that way. It needs to be regulated, controlled, understood by the human being. You cannot completely eliminate the human agency from there. AI can conduct operation or as a substitute for a doctor. But whether the physical doctor, human doctor must be there or no need. AI will conduct operations 100 per day. Imagine 100 operations. You are the hospital owner. Your answer is different. When you are on a patient bed, again the answer is different. Yeah. At times we support AI. We support it for commercial gain, but not at the cost of our citizens, private life, public life, and the health and the hygiene of our own country. Health and hygiene I am using in the terms of safest legislations, great regulation, and great protection from our judiciary. Thank you, Ananda, for your patience. Thank you.